Today, we're digging into a concept called AITV, a vision that could totally flip the script on how we interact with our screens. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's kick things off with a number, a really big one. That's $4.5 trillion. Yep, trillion with a T. That's how big the global TV market is. You know, it's an industry that's basically been the backdrop of our lives for, well, forever. But what if that familiar screen, the one that's been in our living rooms for generations, was about to get a serious upgrade? Like, a whole lot smarter. That's really the core question we're looking at today. All right, so let's dive into that massive market. We're going to look at why television, this old school giant, is actually perfectly right for a big AI revolution. And when you look at the stats, it really tells a story. I mean, first, you've got 3.8 billion viewers all around the world. Then, get this, 85% of TV networks are out there right now actively looking for AI solutions. And on top of all that, the market for AI in media is just exploding, growing at 26% every single year. You put all that together, yeah, that's what you call a perfect storm for a major shakeup. Okay, so the opportunity is huge. We get that. But what's the actual idea here? What's the vision? Well, that brings us to the core concept, the AI butler vision. And this is all about completely rethinking what a smart TV can even do. And really, the pitch for this vision says it all. I'll just read it. Imagine watching your favorite movie or series and seamlessly interacting with an AI butler. Get real-time recommendations, personalized support, and an entirely new layer of immersive entertainment. See, this isn't just about your TV suggesting another show you might like. It's about changing the whole game, from just passively watching to actively interacting. So what is an AI butler? The best way to think about it is like having a super smart assistant built right into your TV. It learns what you like, sure, but the really cool part is that it lets you talk to the content. You can literally ask questions about what's happening on screen right as it happens. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Maybe a little bit like science fiction, but how does it all work? Let's pop the hood and look at the tech. Don't worry, we'll keep it simple and just focus on what it means for you, the viewer. All right, here's a really important thing to understand. This isn't about making you go out and buy a whole new television. The heart of AITV is what's called intelligent middleware. Just think of it like a smart layer of software that sits right in the middle, connecting the people who make the shows with the screen you're watching on. It's designed to work with the TVs we already have. So let's break that down a bit. Intelligent content delivery. That just means the AI is working behind the scenes to make sure you get the best picture, no buffering. Then there's ICDN technology, which you can just think of as a super fast, smart highway for the video to travel on. It's built for seamless integration, so it works on the stuff you already own, and the whole thing is wrapped in a secure architecture to keep the content safe from pirates. Now, this next part is actually really clever, because they know not everyone wants to talk to their TV all the time. So they came up with a dual mode. You've got passive mode, which is pretty much how we watch TV now, just lean back and enjoy, but with smarter recommendations working in the background. But then you can switch over to active mode, and that's where the full AI butler comes to life. You can use your voice, maybe even hand gestures to dive into the content, ask questions, or hey, even buy that cool jacket the main character is wearing. Okay, a cool idea is great, but how does it actually become a business? How does it make money and get into millions of homes? Well, that's what we're looking at next, the strategy for making money and getting it out to the world. The plan to make money really breaks down into three main parts. First, they're offering secure DRM content protection. Basically, it's high-tech anti-piracy stuff so creators don't have to worry about their shows getting stolen. Second, there are creative channels, using AI to help networks whip up new niche channels really easily. And third, and this is interesting, a UGC studio. That's for user-generated content, giving regular people, creators like you and me, the tools to make and actually monetize our own shows. So how do they get this thing everywhere? Well, the strategy is pretty smart. Instead of trying to fight the big guys, they plan to partner with them. The whole idea is to reach a massive global audience by working hand in hand with the biggest names in broadcasting. And we are not talking small-time partners here. These are the heavy hitters. You've got the Asia-Pacific Broadcast Union, which could reach over 3 billion people. The European Broadcast Union, giving them access to 116 organizations across 56 countries. And the World Broadcast Union to tie it all together globally. This basically gives them an instant highway to a gigantic built-in audience. So what's the big picture goal? The target number? 600 million. They want to get this software running on 600 million devices all over the world. I mean, the scale of that ambition is just wow. So, how on earth do you get to a number that big? By being platform agnostic. That's just a fancy way of saying it's designed to work on pretty much anything with a screen. Your smart TV, your phone, your tablet, your computer, even your PlayStation or Xbox. The goal is to be everywhere, in over 170 countries and speaking more than 50 languages. All right, this has all been a pretty huge vision, right? So let's bring it back to reality and look at the actual plan. In our last section, we'll check out the 5-year roadmap, the step-by-step guide for making all of this happen. And the roadmap seems really clear and practical. The first big step is to get deals signed with smart TV makers by the end of 2025. Then, by the middle of 2026, they're planning a pilot launch in about 10,000 homes to test everything out. And they've got the money side mapped out too. They project they'll break even by the third quarter of 2027 and actually start making a profit, positive cash flow, by early 2028. It's a really deliberate path from idea to a profitable business. So when you look at this entire vision, from the tech to the business plan, it all comes down to one big question. For our entire lives, the word for television has been watch, right? It's something we do passively. But a concept like AI TV is basically asking, is that about to change? Are we going to keep watching TV? Or are we about to start interacting with it? That's the big bet here. Thanks for tuning in.